I know that you're ready, I'm ready. Let's finish up the Losi Baja Rey project. In our last video, we got the chassis all together. This thing is looking really awesome. The only thing left for me to do to it is throw a battery in there. I'm gonna use a 3S Spectrum pack, and I have to throw the wheels and tires on as well. And I'm just gonna use the stock tires. The stock tires worked really well. And if you have a different suggestion, something I should have done instead, throw it in the comment section below. Let me know what I should have put on there. But that's what we're gonna use because I wanna drive this thing. The other thing I do have to do is put the body onto the chassis. So I picked up the optional clear body for this, sent it down to my friend Larry at Kustom RC Graphics, and he painted up this scheme that I found for him. I just wanted to make my own custom looking truck, and I think he knocked it out of the park there. It looks really, really cool. The body panels come as a group of 4. You get the 2 rear fenders, the hood, and then the cab area. And then if you want the interior, that is separate. So I actually got that. Larry painted this as well. So I have to throw this together. And really, it just bolts right on. It's all pre-cut. So I will go throw that on using the Dynamite hardware. I think all the hardware is in here, so I can use some stainless steel screws. I'll throw some decals on it after that, and then we're gonna go out and drive it. I can't wait to get this thing dirty. So we're finally at the part of the video series where I get to tell you how great the performance was of the project build, and unfortunately, I can't do that. I can't lie to you guys, this thing drove horribly, and it's not because of a lot of the changes that I did on there, and pretty much everything on here is really good stuff. It was purely in the setup where I just failed. I mean, I just did not get the setup right for the shocks, and this thing was just all over the place. I think the oil I chose was a little too light. The springs were definitely too light. They just could not support the truck properly. I wound up just cranking down on the preload collars, just trying to get this truck to sit right when I finally got it out in the dirt, and it was just smacking the chassis everywhere that I went with this truck, and made it really difficult to drive. You know, so I mean, that's really on me. The truck itself, you know, I think I chose a lot of great parts for it. I've used the Proline shocks before with great success. I think I just need to go back to the drawing board with the tuning and, you know, try some different shock oil setups and different spring setups. And if you have these shocks on this truck, please, by all means, in the comment section below, help a brother out. Let me know what you suggest for the setup on it. But once I cranked down the spring collars and got this thing to sit somewhat right, I did have some fun driving it around and just started really beating on it to see what this thing could take. And I've cracked up the body on here pretty bad, and I actually broke a wheel off at the end. But everything that I put on, all the aluminum parts, the shock towers with the carbon fiber plates on them, the A-arms from RPM, the front bumper from RPM, no signs of any issue with any of that stuff. And I was, you know, beating on the truck pretty hard, went through a couple packs before that wheel finally broke. And, you know, I think overall, I've really increased the durability of this truck. Certainly the fun aspect of building up a project is totally there with all these parts, you know. And this project series is not about telling you you have to get all these parts. It's really just to show you what is available out there that I like and you might want to get for your truck. You do not need all of this stuff, in my opinion. You know, some of it maybe like the RPM arms, the RPM front bumper, the rear upper link mount on the axle, and the front diff cover for the rear axle from Hot Racing. Those are some pretty key points that, you know, you might really want to consider. Maybe the lower link arms. But, you know, I think the stock shocks actually work pretty well. You know, if you are adding some weight to it, you got to kind of consider that that's going to change the setup of the truck a little bit. You're adding more spring weight to it. You know, I don't think you need to really change out the electronics unless you want to. The Spectrum stuff is pretty cool. You get to see that telemetry going on. But the Losi Baja Rey is an awesome truck in stock form. You know, as long as you're taking care of your truck, if you're going big air with it and stuff like that, you know, things will break in. That's when you want to consider this stuff. Overall, I had a fun time with the project. You know, I'm going to go back and revisit it, but I have so much other stuff going on in terms of projects that I need to do here for the channel. Kind of have to shelf this thing for a little bit. But if you really want to see me go back at it, you know, let me know in the comment section below. And if I free up some time, I will definitely consider going back at this truck, figuring out the suspension, and showing some more cool action footage. All right, if you have any other tips, tricks, or anything else that could help anybody with a Baja Rey, please put in the comment section below. While you're there, hit that subscribe button, the notifications bell, throw this video a like, and we'll see you back soon for some more RC Driver videos.